Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
Alright.
God, this just goes on forever.
This really
we
does.
started saying it eventually about my Mystic Dragons, but this one really goes on forever.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm actually excited to get back to Freshman Fantasies after this, and that's a little bit sad. Alright,
What is even longer?
well, I guess we'll find out. I mean, the
pacing.
pacing probably means that it'll take like 400 years to meet all four of the guys, and then instantly it'll be over. You'll spend like 2 minutes with the last guy, and that'll be the end of the game.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Alright, here we go.
Alright, so we either need to throw something to distract the guard, or wait for the guard to fall asleep. I don't know what the hell we would throw, and I don't want Mister to possibly throw his hospital gown, but I don't think he could. I don't think he has anything to throw.
Him. What are you talking about? I always have things to throw.
I was gonna say, so since he never takes anything with him and doesn't have anything, I don't think he can throw it. So in this case, since he would look around himself and not be able to throw anything, he can't choose that option, so he's gonna wait for the guard to fall asleep.
Because what else is he gonna do?
He's about to fall asleep. I'll just wait for him to do that. The guard begins to nod off.
The soup is getting cold. I don't.
He's sleep-talking. The guard closes his eyes and his head slowly falls forward.
He sleep talks
With
while
his eyes open.
Okay, so fun thing about me, I actually knew someone who could sleep with their eyes open.
Which is wild. I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen it except in movies. It is a thing that I understand exists, but it's just like,
and
whoa.
it is wild. It was a weird experience. It's fine.
All right, well that's cool.
Oh no! Let me have some soup.
Soup. And no soup for you.
No soup for you.
No soup for you.
Yeah, I remember actually. The dude that actually would sleep with his eyes open. There was a thing about his partner was like, yeah, he said something at one point, like he was like even awake and being asleep, and he also would talk in his sleep.
Right.
Something about like spiders and needing potions and stuff like that. It was really funny stuff.
Then he's fast asleep instead of
Fast.
talking asleep. That was almost awkward to watch. Fortunately, he didn't look around at all or notice me sitting there staring at him the whole time.
Nope.
Mister just in his wheelchair a couple of feet away staring at the guard.
Hello.
I watch you fall asleep. Now I need to sneak behind him. I must not make any noise with my wheelchair. And now, like, I know some wheelchairs can be pretty quiet, but like I always hear them rolling. Like there's a sound of wheels on the floor, especially on slick tile, that is not quiet.
Yeah, wheelchairs in my experience are not super
Especially like ones that are just like medical wheelchairs also can have like
yeah.
creaking or like squeaking or things like that. It's usually minor, but in the hospital wheelchairs that I've encountered, they make noise. Like, and so this isn't like someone's, home, day-to-day usage wheelchair, which can be a lot quieter, based on my exposure in reality as opposed to in a game. Trying my best not to make a sound, I wheel myself toward the double doors of the ICU. Oh, they're double doors now. I push the double doors. It open.
Yep.
And head inside. It's the experience of the double doors. Whew, that was close. Once again, the familiar coldness and gloom of the ICU greets me. Because keeping it cold when people are in, danger for their lives is a really good idea.
Brilliant.
Not really, because their bodies shouldn't have to work hard. A lot of the reason they put you in blankets when you are like really sick is so your body has to do less work to keep you warm and can do more work to heal you. Actually, that's like actually a thing. So coldness, I don't know, maybe it just means like sterility instead of like actual temperature. Without looking at the other comatose patients. Why is everyone in the ICU in a coma? The only life-threatening condition that is immediate is a coma.
Because it sounds like a 16-year-old who learned the word comatose and uses it to describe literally everyone who falls asleep. They were just engaged in a light coma. You mean they were comatose? They were asleep. No, they were comatose. No.
If they're in the ICU, they must be in a coma. I head straight to Rena's bed. It's you.
Hi.
Huh? Mister?
Yo, Rena, I say, trying to sound
Hey.
cool and not sneaky. I love how she glows in the dark. She just shines luminously.
All right.
Comatose.
So comatose, of or in a state of deep unconsciousness for a prolonged or indefinite period, especially as a result of severe injury or illness.
Okay.
So, no.
I was to say, they're not all going to be comatose. Like, every single condition that threatens your life, such as that you would need to be in an intensive care, receiving intense care in the unit, is not all going to knock you out into a coma. Like, damn, bro. Okay. Yo, Rena. Try and act casual as I show up at midnight. How are you?
What are you doing here? No one's supposed to enter at this hour.
But I needed to enter at this hour because it was the only hour the guard was asleep.
Never enter.
But I entered, so what now?
At all.
Oh, it's okay. I went through, I opened it and went
Pig
in.
Bun is disappointed.
Oh.
Pig Bun will kill you.
Pig Bun is in the ICU, so they're not healthy enough.
Pig Bun is just sharing time and space with me. Pig Bun will eat your eyes.
Why isn't your mom here? That old lady, that nice old lady that's your mom. Shouldn't she be here taking care of you while you're in the ICU feeling fine?
Mom is working one of her 12 jobs.
Oh, okay.
Making
Ah,
muffins.
well, I miss my best friend. Figured I should pay her a surprise visit. Ha.
And it really is a surprise visit.
Right, since we literally never communicate unless we're face to face, everything's a surprise.
Thank you so much, mister. This makes me so happy.
I will keep in mind that breaking the rules and surprising you makes you happy. Specifically those things about this experience. And I will try to duplicate them. So, how are you feeling? I love those times in movies and in cartoons and stories and stuff where someone's like, here's what happened. And they take the absolute wrong thing away from it in all cases. So the takeaway is that I shouldn't get caught. No!
Honestly, though, I appreciate that because that allows for the fact that human error does that. Humanity is hilarious for that sort of shit because they're completely focused on something else, and the other person who said the thing, they're like, this thing, and you go, what?
I have to say, yeah.
This one!
And sometimes it's really great, actually, even as it is used for comedy relief. It's this really great thing where you have an experience of going, people can interpret things completely differently. You're not always on the same page at all, even if you think you are. Someone's not just necessarily being a jerk when they go, you thought it was cool that I broke the rules and surprised you. And that can be a very natural takeaway from something to go, I will do this again. So how are you feeling? Weak? I guess.
Weak and hungry. Dr. Barton says I should avoid eating a long list of food that I can't even remember. And because this hospital literally relies on the fact that you need to remember that, and you need to keep all of it in mind, and you put in the order for food when you want it, not like the nurses come in and do regular checkups and try to inquire as to what you're hungry about. They don't have the list themselves. It's all on you. And since I can't remember, I just haven't eaten anything.
I knew my friend was going there. Since I'm not sure what I should eat, I just ate nothing. Because I'm sure that nothing isn't on the list of don't eats.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
What's on there? Don't eat these 900 foods. Also, don't eat nothing. So be sure you do eat something. Shit.
What? Give me your flesh.
That's it. Yes, fine. That sounds good. Good thing I didn't bring you a chocolate bar from the vending machine. Ha ha. Because you being really hungry and mentioning a food you can't have isn't a bad idea.
At all.
Rena frowns.
Oh, that's a sad cry.
That is a very sad face.
Hi. I miss eating sweets.
Since the one day I haven't been able to have them.
Miss talking to spirits. I mean, doing things that a normal person does. I am normal.
And I appreciate that she can miss things after one day awake in the ICU.
She's been sick this whole time. I'm not mad about that. I'm just like, normal things. Yep, whatever normal people do.
You know, the thing is there's still this level of incredible genericness to all of this, where it's not like I miss going outside, or I miss being able to walk, or I miss going to the cafeteria, or I even miss seeing my mom. It's just I miss normal person stuff.
Yeah, well, and it's also like, that just seems to give me the implication that she's never, like, has no idea what she's talking about. I just miss doing things that normal people do. And I'm going like, have you ever basically been normal?
Right? Haven't you been sick most of your life? So do you know what normal people stuff is?
Right.
And have you ever been able to really do it regularly in a way that's meaningful to you? I mean, the thing is that keeps building for me more and more in the theory of this game is really this experience that the hospital is this sort of mystical zone, and that it does hypnotize people within it to sort of stay there forever, and that you really are never going to experience anything outside of this hospital ever again. But there is this continual illusion that you will. And the reason everyone uses this really generic language is because they can't literally remember the outside world properly, or as the omnibi, they just literally never knew it. So your nurses have never been to the outside world, so they're trying to use basically lingo that I've learned about this stuff, and you're just going, that thing, in my head, there's an idea of, I miss sport, you know?
Yeah, it's...
Anyway, it makes it all work for me, but outside of that, this is just weird.
Yeah, this is just super dehumanizing me.
And I miss hanging out with you.
Oh, well, that's good, because the last couple of times we hung out, you looked super uncomfortable. I'm glad you missed that.
It's great. Do you miss being
Me
uncomfortable?
too, Rena. I miss nearly suffocating you and forcing you to promise you'll kiss me no matter how you feel. And when are you getting out of here so we can do that again anyway?
And chase down ghosts and get in trouble, and you talk to the lady in the Alzheimer's ward that you've apparently been talking to forever, except not at all?
Yeah,
That's
I don't
fine.
know.
I don't know. Let's just hope for the best, right?
I mean, the nurses said you just needed to rest here for a little while because you were perfectly stable and feeling better than ever. So as soon as you maintain that, you should be out of here.
I just really, really want to get out of here.
Hang on, I'll put you on my lap and roll you out. Just unplug that IV.
That'll be fine.
Huh.
Especially
That what? I really want to get out of here, especially that. Wait,
That doesn't make any sense to me either.
especially that you're now spending less time with me and more time with the nurses.
Oh God! So they all do realize the reason that Luisa got sad on the roof is because they realize they're all trying to romance you, ish,
See, and
or that
I
you're
just-
romancing them, and they're suddenly just sad the other people are interrupting.
See, and I just thought it was mostly just like I'm aware of it, but I also either don't care or I'm just kind of like, whatever, which I thought was really interesting in that way of going, we're not really super jealous of each other. But then I've been noticing, like, in some areas, they seem to have some sort of, there's like an almost kind of potentially, like, jealous thought pattern that's behind it.
Okay, I'm gonna add a girl's perspective here, okay?
Yeah, go
Because
ahead.
I know you haven't been like a woman much in your life, or girl at all, okay?
I have.
If ever. I don't know if you ever have. Despite any labeling, I don't know that you've ever had the girl experience in the same way. So, there is this thing with women where you're supposed to get sad and the guy's supposed to notice rather than say anything, rather than be jealous, rather than anything else. And it's put in movies and stuff, but it's a real life thing that I've been exposed to in actual living experiences where there's this thing of going, if the guy is doing something that either hurts you or that, you know, basically invalidates your relationship or suggests that he might not want to be with you, you're supposed to look or be sad until he goes to care for and fix it for you, and then he's more bonded to you. So Luisa's there's been a thing a couple of times where someone else shows up and the person who's there at that time acts disappointed or gets a sad face because then you're paying attention to someone new, and that is a girl or feminine like feminine coded behavior that I'm familiar with, or part of the female gender role of going, I need to look sad to let you know that it hurts me that you want to spend time with other people, so you know how much I care about you.
Okay.
So that's what I've been picking up from this game.
Okay.
And that basically, that's her going the same thing of going, I know you're spending so much more time with them and not with me. Okay. Oh. Wait. What are you trying to say, Rena?
I was expecting that.
The
and it
music
still caught me off
changed.
guard. Like, just...
Dramatic music change. Ta-da.
I don't know. I'm not sure why I'm feeling this way.
Because, like, you're my only actual friend, and I feel like if you have other friends, you won't want me as a friend anymore. And I have always felt really, really bad for anyone who has a self-esteem experience where they're like, if you like anyone else, you won't have room for me in your life, or you won't find me interesting anymore.
Right.
And I have never actually known anyone that I felt that way about. Like, if I like you, it doesn't matter. Now, if you're trying to, if there is someone trying to shove their way into my life or into someone else's life, and they're being moderately successful at, you have a huge time slot and I'm just dominating it aggressively because you're unwilling to turn me down so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, well, as soon as you get other friends, you won't want me anymore. It's like, I don't want you now. The
Right.
problem and the sad truth is that the person and the place you're trying to get your energy into doesn't want you now. So yes, they won't want you if they get more people in their life because you already don't fit in well, and you're putting in all the effort as it is. And the reason it hurts and you're tired and sad is because they already don't want you in their life.
Yeah.
And the friendship isn't working in both directions, which doesn't mean that you're bad or not valuable at all. It just means that they're not feeling it with you, and that has no bearing on how valuable you are as a person.
Yeah.
Because people are just different.
I don't know why. And the thought of you spending more time with Luisa or Miki, it makes me a bit sad.
I'm glad that you understand that I do not spend time with anyone else in the entire world of existence except you, Miki, and Luisa, and that you are the only 3 people in my whole life, because that is the truth. She's jealous. At least, she doesn't even know she's jealous. I did not see that coming.
Am I right? Do you prefer to spend more time with them?
I am not going to answer that question.
They're not sick like me. They can go with you anywhere you want to go.
I love the idea that this 10-year-old girl really is in this position of going, I have now been written to a point where I understand that romantic implications are at stake. Or friendship, but I'm having romantic tension vibes nonetheless, because that's how the game is framed. And then going, well, I'm not as good as they are, because even while none of you have ever left the hospital in this entire game, they could leave with you and I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And going, they literally can't leave. They live here, Rena. It's okay. What should I say? How should I handle this?
Oh, God.
I always prefer to spend more time with you, Rena. That is a flagrant lie. Yes, and he even says it. I can't lie. Luisa and Miki are great company. Yes, I do not think he would do a premium lie, because for me, having it be a premium option means it's a larger investment on his part, and he's usually not very invested in his lies at all. He's usually very casual about them, and so this would be a big-ass lie, and I don't think he would do it because he keeps getting called on his lies and being uncomfortable about it. Like, he was even uncomfortable lying to Miki about, nope, not excited that you're here, and super awkward about it. So I don't feel like he would do this.
I don't know, and I'm kind of
okay.
at
a
point.
Really care.
Like the thing is that it's so frustrating, because I feel also in a lot of cases it's very difficult to maintain anything, because I don't even know what the fuck is going on.
The characters don't feel like characters at all. The whole thing feels like a weird generic sort of plot concept that was never really developed further than that. And again, though, but the game here is telling me that this first one would be a lie.
And again, this is where it gets interesting in regards to basically what's called metagaming, where you're aware going, okay, if I was just strictly trying to play this from a character perspective, which is what we were trying to do with the Arcana, of going like, okay, if you don't pay attention to the fact that it's a premium option, how well does the story work? Does it make sense for the cohesion of what's going on around the character, what's going on with the other characters?
And if I didn't know this was a premium option, but it said I can't lie in the other one, I'd still be like, oh, so the first one is a lie.
Right.
And
which is fucking terrible, by the goddamn way. We're going to give you many options. Your character's not going to lie.
And the character gets offered to lie constantly, which I still don't get, especially as the lies get sort of heavier as this game goes on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure what it's after. So I can't lie. Luisa and Miki are great company.
Great.
I even tell her, I can't lie. Luisa and Miki are great company. Did that just come out of my mouth?
He wanted to lie, though.
He did, and now he's gonna chide himself for it.
Oh, I see.
But it's okay, I see them as a unit. If both of them aren't together, they don't have any value to me. You're valuable as a single entity by yourself.
He's gonna lie anyway.
Rena, no, I didn't mean that.
Thank you for telling me the truth, mister.
I
understand that you're spending more time with them.
How do you know that? Rena, please, let's have this be as awkward as possible, I guess. But how would she know that we're spending more time with them? It would be an assumption. It'd be that sort of female gender role again. If you're not here visiting me and you're out there, of course you're spending more time with them. What else would you be doing? Because they're so desirable compared to me, I said.
And I'm stuck in a bed like it's a coffin.
I see.
Dark
I'm crying about it. Rena, I beg you. It wasn't like that. That's a lot of dots. I feel like they're just going to keep increasing the dots slowly until it feels like layers and layers and layers of the dialogue box. Until it runs off the side of the tablet.
There's only Rena.
Rena has gone quiet. Just Rena. Oh dear. What have I done? We're going to tell you, you shouldn't not choose the premium options. It will go poorly for you. Then the door of the ICU creaks open, because a loud, unoiled or cared for door is really important to have in a place with sick people, a lot of sick people. I'm also just there's a lamp, a floor lamp, and a bench in the ICU.
Yep. And
there should not be a waiting room inside of the open air ICU.
Why not?
Oh.
Is anyone here?
She glows in the dark.
Mister is the guard. You have to get out of here.
He's literally standing in front of the door. I mean, you're right. I better go through him. No need to tell me that. If he catches me, I'm in trouble.
Quick! hide behind that curtain next to the man with the floating head.
You mean the guy who's, really covered in bloody bandages in the next bed over?
No, mister, that's the Wizard of Oz.
What? Oh, I forgot. Don't look for the man behind the curtain. Ha ha ha. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I push myself toward the curtain and wait for the guard to pass by. I don't get behind the curtain, but I push myself toward it.
I thought I heard someone talking.
It's okay. It was just me. I love her
was
hair.
masturbating furiously.
Oh, God. And talking?
Yeah, talk to myself.
I gotta tell myself a story, otherwise it's not sexy.
It's not satisfying.
I'm just like her
Why
hair.
would you think pig buns?
Just floating on the side of this guard. Like just the hair in the corner is hilarious. From behind the curtain, you can see the man's shadow. Tall and bulking?
It's hulking.
Or bulky.
No, it's tall or bulky.
It's either bulky or hulking. Bulking? You are
Somebody
someone
their verbiage midway, their descriptions.
Their
midway.
conjugation is confusing. Is
Tall
bulking?
and bulky.
What is bulking as a word?
Oh my God.
Before we wrap this up, because we're about done here, and we're going to watch Rena's hair just wave gently on the side of the screen while we figure out what bulking is, because this game has
bulking is actually a word.
Oh, I'm sure it's a word.
I thought it was like bulking up. To be or seem to be of great size or actually bulking isn't a word.
No, that's just bulk.
Someone who is bulking is purposely eating more calories than they need by providing your muscles with the strong.
Okay, that's your weight gain and weight loss.
Yeah, there isn't. Okay, bulking is literally an Urban Dictionary.
It is just for getting stronger and building mass.
It is an attempt to eat a healthy diet to gain weight whilst minimizing fat gain.
To gain muscle weight.
So I'm like, bulking is just is a term commonly thrown around by bodybuilders.
Yep, bodybuilders.
I was about to say, that sounds wild. It sounds made up. Anyway.
You're either dropping or you're bulking kind of thing.
God,
all right,
insane.
so he's currently trying to eat a high protein, low calorie bulk diet right here while he's walking around
down on fat,
being tall.
Yep.
All right?
So
I see him doing this through the curtain. He's just tall and bulking. I heard someone talking and
Rena. It's fine.
All right. Okay,
this
well,
is normal.
guys, so that was the episode, and
so thank you very much for joining us. Yes, if you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos if you're having a good time with us. Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or our Patreon. We got some links in the description down below. And I have been Scandal,
and I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye.